Hello and welcome to Intro to Distance Learning for November 2013. I'm George, and this short video is going to be about the three most important things that I want you to take away from this course. We're going to drill down in some depth into a number of different areas, but if you forget everything else in this course, I'd like you to remember these three basic core ideas that we want to get across. The first thing to think about is we want you to create bite-sized content. In an online environment, attention spans are shorter. People maybe can't process long videos. Maybe won't read long readings in one sitting. So it's very important to try and chunk your content as much as possible. If you can create short videos like this one, hopefully we'll model the bite-sized content principle, and some of the other videos that we have in the course, we're always trying to model what we're preaching as best as possible. So try and think in terms of the outline of what you want to teach and how you can break that down into smaller chunks that students can more easily digest if they're commuting on the train, if they're they only have 20 minutes after work or their other courses to engage in your content. The next important principle to think about is to be responsive. And we're going to talk extensively about social presence in week one, and it's very important to keep in mind that students don't really want a correspondence course where they access the course and there are links and videos, but no presence from the instructor. And this can cause problems because students, especially nowadays, may expect you to be responsive at all times. Obviously, this isn't realistic. So part of what we're going to talk about in week one is setting certain parameters as to when they can expect a response from you and when they can't. But as a general principle, you want to try and be as responsive as possible, and with still keeping the practical concerns of your other courses and your life outside of school in check. The final thing to keep in mind is to avoid dead-end content, and what I mean by that is try to avoid posting videos or posting links or PowerPoints that just kind of sit there and there's no direct call to action at the end. If you post some content that you want students to think about, the best way to get them to retain that information is to ask them to think about it in some way, to interact with that content, and to stay in it for as long as you can. So those are the three basic principles: the bite-sized content, be responsive, and avoid dead-end content. And in the spirit of effective modeling, right now I'd like to ask you to proceed to the next section after you click Mark Reviewed. And we're going to talk about bite-sized content and how short things should be. There are a few articles, and I'd like to see your thoughts on the discussion board. So good luck.